Hi, my name is Angel O'Neill and I'm in Dr. Blair's microbiology class, and I am doing my video 2 submission on emerging diseases, and the emerging disease I'm going to do today is the infamous Zika virus. The Zika virus is a virus. It is a member of the virus family Flaviviridae. It is enveloped in isosahedral virus, and it has a non-segment single-stranded 10 kilobase positive sense RNA genome. It is mostly related to the spongiini virus, and it is one of the 2 known viruses in the spongiini virus clade. The virus was originally isolated from an infected patient, and it was taken and grown in larger quantities and in cell culture. The structure was determined by aligning over 10,000 images of the virus, building a detailed cryo-EM map that shows the folding of the 2 proteins on the surface of the virus. It has envelope proteins and membrane proteins. The outer surface is tiled with a tightly packed coat of envelope proteins. It is spread by daytime active AIDS mosquitoes. These mosquitoes breed in small collections of water around homes, schools, work sites, things like that. It's often said to eliminate these mosquito breeding sites by covering storage containers, removing water from like old tires, removing any water from pots with flowers in them or anything like that, and like cleaning up the trash and everything. The virus replicates in the mosquito's midgut epithelial cells and then its salivary glands, and after about 5 to 10 days the virus can be found in the mosquito saliva. If the mosquito saliva is inoculated into the human skin, the virus can infect epidermal keratinocytes, skin fibroblasts in the skin, and the Langerhans cells that we have. The virus was first isolated in the Zika forest of Uganda in 1947. It was originally found in monkeys. It was later identified in humans in 1952 in Uganda and the United Republic of Tanzania. It is related to dengue, yellow fever, Japanese encephalitis, and the West Nile viruses. Since the 1950s, it has been known to occur within a narrow equatorial belt from Africa to Asia. From 2007 to 2016, the virus spread eastwards across the Pacific Ocean to the Americas, leading to the infamous 2015-2016 Zika virus epidemic. And an epidemic is just a widespread occurrence of an infectious disease in a community at a particular time. The Zika virus has an incubation period of around 3 to 14 days, so about 2 weeks, give or take. The virus produces only mild symptoms, if any symptoms at all. The symptoms that it could produce are fever, rash, conjunctivitis, muscle and joint pain, headaches, and malaise. And they typically only last about 2 to 7 days. There's no specific treatment for Zika, but paracetamol and plenty of rest can help with the symptoms that do present themselves. Personal protection will be you wear like light colored clothing that covers as much of your body as possible, using physical barriers like windows, tents, window screens, closed doors, everything like that, and applying insect repellent to the skin or clothing that contains DEET, IR3535, and icaridin, according to like the product labels and everything like that. Young children and pregnant women should sleep under mosquito nets if they're sleeping during the day or during the early evening. Contracting Zika during pregnancy can lead to things such as infants being born with microcephaly, which is a condition in which your head is smaller than normal. It's caused by underlying abnormal brain development or loss of the brain tissue. So the head will be like misshaped or something like that. It's transmitted from the mother to the fetus during pregnancy through sexual contact, transfusion of blood, and blood products, and possibly organ transportation, which is not that often. Infection with the Zika virus can also be associated with other complications of pregnancy, including like preterm birth, miscarriage, and stillbirths. Congenital, which is present from birth, those can include other malformations like limb contractures, high muscle tone, eye abnormalities, and hearing loss possibly. Diagnosis of the virus can only be confirmed by laboratory tests. So they could do blood or other bodily fluids such as urine or semen. The first recorded outbreak of the Zika virus was in the from the island of Yap in the Federated States of Micronesia in 2007. This was followed by a large outbreak of the virus in the French Polynesia in 2013 and other countries in the Pacific. In March 2015, Brazil reported a large outbreak of rash illness, which was soon identified as the Zika virus. In October of that year, Brazil also reported an association with Zika virus infection and microcephaly in pregnancy, which was previously stated. And the last thing I have to say is that the Zika virus can also cause an illness which is called the Zika fever, which it has the same symptoms. There's still no treatment for it, and the symptoms only last about a week if there are any. In most cases, like I said, there are no symptoms. In a few cases though, Zika can trigger paralysis, and like I said, there's no vaccine for the virus or specific treatment. Instead, the patients should just focus on rehydration, having plenty of rest, and medicine or acetaminophen for the fever and pain, and aspirin and non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen should be avoided.